Good afternoon, everyone. For starters, I would like to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting me. Um, so many things has transpired since the last time that I made a video. And the crazy thing is, I was in LA about a week ago, and I made a video of the topic I'm going to go over, but I didn't feel like it was worth sharing it. And the reason being is because I didn't feel like me. I didn't feel like, or I felt like it was not as fruitful as it could have been because my mind was in so many different places. So I didn't want to give you all a half spoken word or anything like that. So I didn't want to short you all or myself. But that kind of leads me into speaking about learning who you are as you progress in life, learning who you are as you change and manifest into new things. So just 3 topics. I'm going over 3 topics. I talked to someone that I'm networking with, cool guy, and hopefully, guy will have a future for me and him to network together where we can make some things happen. But I'm going to go off of 3 topics. The first one is you are a new you, and boxed in by friends, family, and the naysayers, and getting to know yourself. So we experience a lot of different things in life. We experience tragedy, we experience heartache, we experience different things that happens to us personally, even as we grow up, that we don't recognize that has an impact on our life after we get older. So there's a progression. When you're a child, you begin to learn things, you experience things, if things are hot, if things hurt, if things don't taste good, and different things like that. So we come up with different perceptions over life of what particular things are to us, how it affects us, and how we feel about them. But what we've forgotten as adults, that we are still growing and we're still progressing and we're still learning. I met a young lady. The crazy thing is I went to school with her mom. She was 2 years older technically. But I met this young lady, and she broke some things down to me, and she was letting me know that she wasn't the same person that she was before. She experienced different things, and they moved, so on and so forth. And she recognized that she couldn't hang with the same friends that she hung with before. She recognized that she wasn't the same young lady that she was before. She's grown into something different. And then while she was explaining it to me, it made me realize, and I was talking to God while I was talking to her and listening to her, and it helped me realize that we are always evolving. We're always changing. We're always coming into something new within ourselves, and we don't recognize it. So we sometimes get off balance because we go back to how we used to be and how we used to handle things, and we don't look at our new growth. New growth is something that helps us realize where we used to be and where we're going and where we are right now. So we forget sometimes that we're forever changing, and while changing, you have to understand that you have to learn a new you. And learning a new you is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing as long as you're going in the right direction. Unfortunately, we don't recognize that we're changing and that we're evolving and becoming a new person, so we don't take that time out to learn who we are. And when we don't take the time out to learn who we are, that's where we get stuck in who we used to be, which kind of leads me to something else. And it's going to all come together at the end. I'm just kind of throwing some things out there to you, but just understand that the new season that you're in and the different places that you're going, and God is pulling you in different directions, that's letting you know that you're becoming a new you. So you had to take that time out to learn who you are, the new things that you like, the other experiences that just happened that changed you from the person that you were the year before that. So we're always evolving. You have to keep up with yourself, not just other people. but keep up with yourself to understand that you're a new person every day. You're becoming a new you. Those experiences changed you, as you've seen on different posts and different things on social media, that pain changed you. Pain changed you. Experiences changed you. Great things changed you. Relationships changed you. All these different things changed you, and you're not recognizing that you're a new person. You're not the same person that you used to be, which leads me into this. Don't be boxed in by friends, family, and naysayers. So naysayers is kind of like one of those biblical words that we tend to use when we're talking about people that just like to run their mouth, the gossipers, that type of thing, right? But while we're changing and while we're evolving and we want to do more positive things, or we're trying to come out of something that was negative to us, we sometimes allow people to box us in and put us back in that category that we used to be in. And because these people didn't grow with you, unfortunately, they're stuck on who you used to be. If you used to drink, smoke, if you were sleeping around, if you were not paying your bills on time, I mean, so many different things. If you were an adulterer, or I mean, the list goes on, or just a liar, or different things like that. And people will keep you in that category because that's all they know, or that's all they want you to see, or that's all they want to see of you. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you progress. They don't want to see you become a better person. They don't want to see you become a better you. So, unfortunately, we do have those type of people in this world, but in a positive way, those are the people that remind us of where we used to be. And unfortunately, they didn't grow with you, but you can grow without people. I'm going to say that again. Unfortunately, they didn't grow with you, but understand that you can grow without them. Okay? So when those people box us in, we get upset because they don't see the new us. They don't understand that we've changed. They don't see that we progressed, that we no longer lie. We tell the truth, that we actually want to keep our money in our pocket instead of spending it on shoes, or going out clubbing and smoking, drinking, not taking care of our kids, different things like that. People want to keep you bound. People want to keep you bound and put you in a place of where they always saw you as, but they don't see the new you. And it's okay. It's all right. Let them feel the way that they want to feel, but understand that you got to keep going forward. You can't stay back to try to convince them. Lord, I thank you. That's good. You can't stay back and try to convince people that you changed. You can't. All that time that you're wasting trying to convince these people that you've changed, you're missing out on so many opportunities going forward that you could have already gone through or progressed in and achieved. But because, human nature, or us always trying to please somebody, we sit there and we try to get people to understand that, hey, I've really changed. Like, I don't smoke anymore. I don't drink anymore. I don't hang around these type of people anymore. I haven't been to the club in so long. I'm working on my degree. I'm going to school. I'm working full time. I kept my job for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm making better financial decisions. I'm doing all these things. I've really changed. And you're going to sound like a broken record. And they're not hearing that. All they see is that same old person. So you have to stop allowing these people to keep you in a box. Stop making these people feel like that just because you're progressing, that you're feeling like you're better than everybody else. Stop allowing them to control who you are and who you're trying to become, because you're holding yourself back. You're stagnant at this point. You allow them to control your life and your destiny when you're the only person that have control over that. So you have to keep pushing. You have to keep going. You have to keep striving. You have to let go of the old you. Remind yourself that you don't want to go back to where you used to be. So you have to keep going. You have to keep progressing. So stop allowing people to try to control your life and put you in this box and make you feel like you can't go further and go on. And the naysayers, just to kind of talk about that just a little bit more. The naysayers are people that gossip, people that tell you that, you'll never be nothing, or they kind of, hunching their shoulder, whatever, to other people and whispering, saying, he used to do this. Jamel, he has 2 kids. He's been married and he's no longer married. And Jamel, he used to curse sometimes. Jamel, I seen him in Applebee's one time, and he had a drink. Or hey, Jamel, he loved women, and all these different things. The crazy thing is, the very same people that talk about you are the ones that want to be around you the most. So those are the ones that you have to watch out for, and those are the ones you have to pray for even harder. But at the same time, be thankful for those people, because if you had everybody on your side, that means you're not doing something right. That means you're not making an impact on people's lives, and showing to them and showing to yourself as well. And if you have children, showing to them that you've changed and you're not the same person that you used to be. So keep pushing on that. Getting to know yourself. That goes back to, I kind of hint on it just a little bit earlier. Getting to know yourself. Know who you are and know what you're really trying to accomplish. Are you trying to please yourself? Are you trying to please your family? Are you trying to please your friends? What are you trying to please? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get to know who you are as a person? Your likes and your dislikes. Things you can't cope with. Where are you trying to go? That's the most important thing. What are you trying to do? What is the end point? What are you trying to get to? Is this the beginning for you? Is this the end? Are you done? Like, what are you trying to do? So it's very important to get to know who you are and what you want to do in this life, in this lifetime. You only have one life to live. So, you don't have time to allow other people to control what you're doing and where you're going. No matter who they are, family, friends, uncle, brother, niece, cousin, nephew, auntie, it does not matter. People that you've known for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. There's broken relationships all the time, and those relationships are usually broken up only simply because you allowed that person in your life for an extended period of time that they didn't need to be there. There's some relationships that you have, or some relationships that you've been in, where they all have been seasonal. I'll say out of maybe 10 people, 6 of those people we allow to be in our lives absolutely way too long. That is a very high percentage. 6 out of the 10 people, and it could be even higher, we allow to stay in our lives for an extended season because we either love them, we have just history with them. We've just put ourselves in a situation to where we allow people to be in our lives for the absolutely wrong reasons. Their season's been up a long time ago. That's why it's very important for you to get to know who you are and study yourself. Study yourself daily. Study yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Study yourself. Get to know who you are and what you need to do to become a better you. I really feel like this was an amazing video, but of course that's my opinion, and I'm gonna be honest, I do not like listening to myself. It's actually kind of funny to hear myself speak, but at the same time, I truly feel like this will be a blessing to somebody else, and I'm very thankful that I spoke to God before I posted that other video, because that other video, my mind was pulled in so many different directions. I was thinking about my kids, I was thinking about my relationship, I was thinking about so many different things that has put me in a place of where I know that I need to make sure that I'm focused when I'm speaking to people. And I give you a prime example, and I'm going to let y'all go. Have you ever been to a church? Sorry, that was my work phone, y'all. Have you ever been to a church where you heard the speaker, preacher, minister, apostle, or bishop, whatever, where you heard these people speak, and you were just kind of like, that didn't do anything for me? And you were a little disappointed, You was expecting to get something out of it, and you didn't get anything out of it at all. And if you did get something out of it, it didn't stick to you. It didn't hold on to you. It didn't give you that life, that freshness that you needed. sometimes as speakers, you have to step back and you have to take a look at yourself and realize when it's a good time to say certain things, and also be sensitive to the spirit too. But it has been a pleasure talking to you all. I'm going to share this video on my YouTube, and then once that downloads, I'm gonna put it on my page. But I also have an upcoming event that I will be helping speak at, and I'm very, very excited about it. And I feel like God is opening doors and helping me network with the right people. But if you could, please like and share my videos. My name is Jamel Faison. Again, y'all have been a pleasure. I appreciate you, and you have a wonderful day.